Hey, everybody. Welcome, one and all, to the program here. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce with Stock Markets with Bruce, coming to you live with Auntie Jen here from Zermatt, Switzerland. Kind of a cloudy day today, very rainy.
No mountains today.
No mountain views
No,
today. We see the hills around us, but not the tops of the mountain. But it is a beautiful place nonetheless. We're really not complaining. After this show is over, the two of us will probably change into our bathing suits, head down below here to our outdoor hot pools that they have here. This is, after all, a resort, and likely will be pummeled by the therapeutic waters here that this hotel is famous for. Some of you were asking me the other day, you were saying to me, Bruce, really love it when you show us what it's like in Zermatt. It's pretty cool. We love the fact that you were showing us this video the other day here, a beautiful sunny day. I think this was Sunday. There's the Matterhorn. Here's the glacier, little little river coming through the town here, and showing us some of the hotels on either side of this little canal. There's a guy walking with a gigantic backpack, which isn't a backpack. That's a glider. That is a paraglider unit. He's going up the chairlift right from downtown here, and he's going to be way up there where you see those mountains up there, paragliding for hours. Anyway, you tell me, Bruce, this is great, but you keep talking to us about the fact that there are no cars in Zermatt, and that Zermatt is really there are like little dinky toy cars around, but not Teslas or any other electric vehicles. Really, there's the odd police car and so on. Yes, of course, but yes, that's true. And so today, I am pleased to show you this little clip right here of the kind of vehicles we have here in Zermatt. Here you go. These are the dinky toys I keep talking about. There are two kinds of these. One of them is hotel type vehicles. They're covered in logos from local hotels, and then there are others that are actually cabs, taxi cabs. Now, for whatever reason, this video has decided to go kind of glitchy, so I'm gonna try to turn it off, and I'll try to turn it back on for you. Let's see if I can make it work. Let's try it again. Should be a video, nice and smooth. Here we are. Jen and I were just walking down the street the other day, and we're glitching up again. Anyway, that's what these look like. They're all electric. They look like little Lego cars, and they have a front seat for the driver and a passenger, and then they have two bench seats back to back in the back. And then on the very top or at the very back of these units, you put the luggage, and they can easily handle 4 people. There we go. And it can handle 4 people. And this is how you get around town if you need one of these. Most people walk or grab a bike. Now, to be fair, 10 years ago, the bicycles were mountain type bikes. Today, I would bet you half of all the bicycles in this town are e-bikes, electric assist, mountain style looking bikes and so on. Some of them have the big fat tires on them, like the 5-inch wide tires. Perfect for snow, like year round. They're driving bikes here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, this is a unique place among Switzerland where vehicles are just not allowed. We were in 2 years ago, we were in Lugano, Switzerland, which is the southern tip of Switzerland, about 30 miles maybe east of here. That town allowed buses, cars, trucks, everything. And it wasn't pleasurable to be there. The racket, the noise of motorcycles and cars and folks with a lot of money showing off their Maseratis and whatever and just revving their engines. Annoying as hell. Here, you can't bring your car into town. You cannot do it. You want to arrive in Zermatt, you arrive by electric train. And I'll tell you, peaceful and quiet and clean Yeah, this is nice. It's one of the reasons we keep coming back. We like it a lot. Welcome to the show where I try to explain to you in plain English why we're in Zermatt and how the markets work. Okay. I also do my best to explain to you folks in plain English, especially those of you who are new to this YouTuber. If you haven't watched me before, you're wondering, what is this guy all about? I try to fill you in, if you're new to this channel, how you can make a return on your money without being a shareholder or an ETF holder or a mutual fund holder of anything. You can literally stay in cash and make some really nice returns on your money utilizing stock options as your weapon to make yourself a bunch of money. Because I can tell you, being a casino is what I will turn you into if you let me. I will turn you into a casino where you will take wagers from the gamblers and you will pick their pockets every single time. It's absolutely wonderful. All kinds of ways for casinos to make money from the gamblers, the tricks the casinos have, endless. The gamblers out there are powerless. They generally almost always lose. Yeah, you will hear once in a while of a gambler who will buy some options and will make some good money on them, like we heard back in 2021 about GameStop when it went from like $10 a share to $300 a share. There were a handful of stories out there that talked about some folks who got very lucky on their options. However, GameStop didn't stay at $300 a share. It did go higher. It went back down. It went back up. It went back down. At the end of the day, over 2021, 2022, 23, and now 24, viewers of my channel here who were writing options on their GameStop shares, if they held them, and those who wrote options on GameStop that don't and never have owned the shares of GameStop, they're the winners. They're the ones who have made most of the money from the option market. And it has been very, very lucrative for a number of my viewers to do so. Now, I'm helping people out there make money on options by writing options on NVIDIA, on Apple, Microsoft, Tesla shares, GameStop shares, of course, SoFi, Rocket Lab, SPY ETFs, Triple Q ETFs. There are so many stocks out there you can choose. Any of the Magnificent Seven stocks, write options all day long. But you can become an option writer on any of these entities without owning one share of these companies. And that is what you need to know. You need to know that as a casino, you call the shots, you set the rules, and generally you make the money. Anyway, there you go. Welcome all of you to the program. Richard Carlin, a special shout out to you today. You're number one today. Appreciate that. A Deep Value. I am here and I'm your fifth thumbs up today. Thank you, Deep Value. Every day you're here. Stephen Butler, all the time. I never have to ask Stephen Butler for a thumbs up. He just logs in, tells me a number. I thank you, my friend. Same here with Mikisco. Thank you, number 10. Mark C, howdy. How you doing out there? Number 12, let's make some money. That's the attitude of this channel. That's what people around here are talking about. Be the casino. I mean, there's you want to know if people think they're casinos? Here's someone calling themselves a casino. I mean, how much more do you need? What more do you need to know? Larry Titus, our bell ringer extraordinaire. Thank you, my friend. Good morning, all. Number 18. Thank you, pal. Still raining 10 days in a row in Washington, where you are. Unbelievable. James of the Misty Tree. Good morning, and good morning to you. Corinne, thumbs up 36 today, pal. Thank you so very much. Who's this here? Andro. Where? What? Who? What? Good morning. Joel Warner's here. Number 27. Charlie C2 is here. Thank you. Flint Creek. Hi, Larry. How are you? People saying hi to everybody. Lissy is here. I aim to write 30 option contracts per month right now. I mentioned that because there is a poll question out today that I would love to get I'd love to get you guys answering if you don't mind. I have a poll question on the go here. So far, 76 viewers have answered this poll question today, and I appreciate it. The question basically, it's basically a statement that says, now I write, and then there's a blank, a certain number of stock options every month. And I'm curious, how many stock options are you guys writing now on a monthly basis? I would love to know where you're at on that number. Thank you all for the thumbs up so far, saying hi to us, and answering the poll question, as you do virtually every day I create it. I appreciate it. We're showing right now, let me see, my computer is really slow loading up here, telling me what's going on. There we go. Lissy is here. We have the thumbs up meter is still a mystery to me. It's not reloading at the moment, and neither is the poll question. It's playing games with me. It's giving me a hard time. I obviously said something to somebody. Beach Boy, in the meantime, is saying hi to everybody. Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen, and many others get to Zermatt and pay these hotel and restaurant taxes. So better get what you homeless people pay for. Here you go, Tom Kaufman. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Tom. Dude, I have an Iron Condor closing. That was 40 contracts. And now after a 10-for-1 split on the 30th, it's 400 contracts, laughing out loud. And it closes in 16 days with a full profit. Nice job. Nathan is in the house. Number 38, thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Come on, cooler weather and more money. Who Cares is in the house saying, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Who Cares, for being here, and everyone else who has come by. We now have 45 thumbs ups, and that number is climbing. Thank you. We have 103 people watching. That number's climbing. Thank you. And we have now, on the poll question, 82 votes, and that's climbing. The options were this. I now write less than 25 contracts every month on average. 60% of you say, I don't even write 25 contracts a month. Between 25 and 50 contracts, 18% of you say so. Between 50 and 100 contracts a month, there are now 10% of 82 that do it, so a little over 8 of you. And I write more than 100 contracts a month on average. That's 12% of the respondents bringing in that kind of total. Very interesting to see. I know that my brand new viewers, the viewers that join us for the first time and find me and hang out a little while, and they get to know what we talk about every day, and they're fascinated by the fact that I can write options and make additional money. These folks start very tentatively, and they slowly build their option writing prowess. Rocketeer says, I'll write 1 to 2 NVIDIA options at any given time, and maybe 50 Rocket Lab and 50 SoFis at a time. So there you go. Fano Fair Plains, greetings from Chicago. Welcome, a Savage of Wall Street in the house today. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I hope everybody bought back covered calls yesterday. It's a great gift we are being given here. I bought back 7 AI $30 covered calls that were expiring January 2026. I sold back in March. I sold this for $8. I bought them back for $1.97. Thank you very much. That's not a bad little $6.03 profit on 7 contracts. $600 times 7, $4,200. If I got my math right, not a bad little trade. The man is in the house saying, I'm just wondering what stocks people are writing options on in the $20 share price range other than GameStop. Any thoughts? So I know that people are definitely writing options on AI and on Unity. Those are in that neighborhood. I know those are a couple of them. Some folks started writing options on Intel because of the takeover rumors on Intel, but Intel went from like 19 to 22, 23 and has kind of stopped, although there are definitely credit spreads you can do on Intel for sure. What else around the 20 mark can you do options on? Let's take a look here. I don't see much else. I see a Super Microcomputer now is a $42 stock instead of a $420 stock. I do notice that. Unity is 21 bucks. So that's in the hood for sure. Pfizer is a $28 stock, but not very volatile. So it might not give you premiums you're happy with. I have viewers that write covered calls on Pfizer, though. HPQ is a $35 stock. Now, there are some viewers here who buy deep in the money calls on certain stocks. And there are times where they can buy $20 and $25 and $30 priced calls, and they'll write calls on those calls. That's another way to do it. Anyway, there you go. Beach Boy is saying, dude, this SMCI is a strange pony. The Feds says here, wrote 50 Rocket Lab 10s for 55 cents. I bought back yesterday for 5 cents. Thank you very much. Rocketeer is saying, Feds, nicely done. Dude, a Beach Boy, the strangest pony indeed, laughing out loud. Savage of Wall Street goes on to say that anyone interested in cash secured puts, some Rivian, which is RXRX, and Riot, RIOT, $10 contracts are giving around 50% or more if you find that sweet spot. Just saying, make money on red days too. Lorraine, good morning, everybody. The Big E is in the house at number 53 on the thumbs up meter. Dude, hope you are well bought back. I worry about you and your family, BB. Are you commenting about me or Beach Boy? Beach Boy, over to Beach Boy. We are all watching carefully what's happening in Israel. The Fed's thumbs ups, everyone. Well done. We are 13 minutes away from opening for the session today. And I've been mentioning the last couple of days that if you want to make some money, you want to compound some money on top of your account. Those of you who are able to if you're able to write cash secured puts in your retirement accounts, like your Roth accounts, 401ks, your RRSPs in Canada, wherever else you work with around the world, your tax sheltered accounts, if you are allowed to write cash secured puts, a strategy to consider is to go with something like I've been mentioning with SoFi. I've mentioned it with Rocket Lab, certainly, where you might be a shareholder of SoFi right now, and the shares are trading around $7.79, $7.80 a share. I know a number of you have been trying to build up stock in SoFi at cheap prices, and then looking forward, once the shares get into that 12 to 15 level or better, you want to start writing covered calls. Totally get it. In the meantime, while you're waiting for that to happen, what you could consider doing is you could consider to transfer or shift your investment in SoFi and shift out of owning the stock and shift into writing cash secured puts instead. And one way to go about this is to go after $10 cash secured puts on SoFi that expire all the way out to January 2026. Now, the reason I mention this is simply so that you're taking, let's say you have 1,000 shares of SoFi right now, you're going to sell them for $7,700, roughly. 1,000 shares, $770 share, $7,700. What you're going to do is, instead of holding $7,700 worth of stock you're going to end up writing $7,000 worth of cash secured puts that won't expire until Jan 26. Now, it doesn't have to be that particular series, but I bring this one up simply because if you were to write a January expiry, 2026 expiry, $10 cash secured put of SoFi, you will be paid somewhere around the 320 to 330 level per share in cash right now, which means, for example, again, I'm attempting to talk to you and move my computer around at the same time, and my computer is just going ballistic. At the end of the day, you're taking $7,700. You're using 7,000 of it to write $10 puts. You're going to write 7 puts at about $325 a shot. You're going to bring in about $2,300, give or take. You still have $600 left over or $700 left over from selling 1,000 shares. Add that $700 to the 23 or so hundred you just brought in. You've got $3,000 additional dollars. You're going to write another 3 $10 cash secured puts, meaning you've just written 10 in total, and you've just brought in $975 additional dollars in cash. Find another $25 and write one more $10 cash secured put. And now what you have is 11 cash secured puts written at $10 each, expiring Jan 2026, with 11,000 cash inside your retirement account. Now, let's compare the two scenarios. Right now, you have 1,000 shares. Again, I'm using an example only, worth $7,700. Over here, you would have $11,000 in cash in your account, offering to buy up 1,100 shares of SoFi at $10 a share. The money is in your account. If in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, the stock's sitting here at $7.70, $8 a share, and you were to be exercised and you had to buy 1,100 shares at $10 each, the 11 grand is in your account. You will now have 1,100 shares in your account versus what you had before, which was 1,000 shares. What are you going to do? You're going to sell your shares again, and you're going to write $10 puts again, and you're going to go back up to 1,100, back up to 11 or 12 puts. You'll probably be able to go up to 12 puts this time around, maybe even a few more. And you're going to wait and say, take me out anytime you want. But let's just suppose you don't get exercised right away, which is likely because these are January 2026 calls. They're not expiring next week. They're expiring a year and 3 months from now. Chances are they're just going to sit in your account. At $325 a piece in cash that you've been given, you're offering to buy the stock for $6.75 a share. Now, if in the next 3 months, SoFi shares just go to $9, they don't do anything crazy, you just go to 9. At $9 a pop, these put contracts that you sold for $325 will not be trading at $325. They're only worth $1 book value. They've got time value on them for probably $1. They're going to be trading around $2 each. You sold them for $325. They're only worth $2. If another 2 or 3 months go by and the shares are $10, the puts that you sold for $325 are worthless. They have no book value whatsoever. They only have time value. They're probably going to trade around $1.10, $1.20. You are in a position at that time to decide whether or not to hold that position with 11 grand in your account against 11 contracts, or whether you want to do a rollover. And this is where it gets juicy for you. Because the shares went up in price, you now are making money on these shares, and you have the opportunity to roll over your 11 puts that were $10 puts into $12 or $13 strike price puts. They might be Jan 2026s. They might be June 2026s. They might be January 2027s, which exist right now. And in theory, you might go all the way up to Jan 2027, $13 or $14 puts, all in the money, and you're going to pay $1.25 to buy these back, and you're going to sell these for about $4.25, bringing you $3 a share in cash times 1,100 shares, $3,300 in cash into your account, where you now are offering to buy stock at $14 a share until Jan 2027. You could, in theory, right away take that $3,300 that you just gained and write 2 more contracts, because it'll cost you $2,800 to write 2 $14 contracts. You might write 2 additional $14 contracts right away, giving you 1,300 shares of contracts against your stock. Now you have 14 grand in the account, 15.4 in the account, plus another 2,800. You've got 18,000 cash in your account. As a retiree and someone that's trying to build your account, you're generating daily interest on any cash balance in your account. So as of right now, if you make this move and have 11,000 cash in the account, you're getting interest on $11,000. Yesterday, when you held just the stock, you got no interest on your money. You were just a shareholder. The next day, you have 11,000 cash in the bank. You're getting interest on $11,000. If you do this rollover down the road and you now have 16,000, 17,000 cash or more in the account, you're getting interest on that money. And so your interest income is growing, along with the fact that you are winning the higher the shares go anyway. So you could say, well, I can hold the stock, and when it gets to 15, 20, I'll start writing calls. Or you can write the puts and let them depreciate in price as you roll them over twice or 3 times as the shares reach $20. By the time they get there, you may well be involved with 20 or 25 cash secured put contracts where you started with 11. So there's a thought process. This is something you're going to have to take a pen and a paper and a calculator with and review this in your mind and play this out. And it would help dramatically if you've taken my classes on how to write stock options in a conservative way. There are 17 of them, including this example of writing cash secured puts. There's a whole bunch of ways of doing this. Anyway, there you go. There's a few thoughts for you. I don't want to beat this horse to death, but for those of you who have not heard this strategy, I've mentioned it a few times this week. I'm mentioning it again. It can be done on Rocket Lab. It can be done on NVIDIA. It can be done on AI. It can be done on any stock you wish it to be done on. If you are a shareholder now of 500 AI shares, and they're trading in the 20 something level here, 22, 23, 22.89, you could sell the shares and write $22 puts, 23s, 25s, 26s, and you could go forward, substantially forward, to write $25 calls that don't expire for a year and 3 months. And you may haul in $6, $5, $6, $7, $8 a share in premium on this move. That would bring you $8 times 500 shares, $4,000, with which to buy more stock with and write additional puts against. Again, it depends on how much time you want to give this investment to pay off. Okay, there you go. Any questions, send me emails or let me know. All right. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. Let's keep going here. Beach Boy, hoping to buy back the cash secured puts at a good price before the series ends. Dude, the man, GameStop ain't broke, don't fix it though. AI is similar in price. GameStop is in a nice tight range. AI is similar range, 22.24 to GameStop's 21.23. Beach Boy is saying, we're okay here in Israel. We're all good. No problem. Thank you. The man. Dude, yeah, I am doing GameStop SoFi right now, just looking to get a little more diversity. Savage of Wall Street. I wrote Unity $20, SoFi $7, Riot $8, Rivian $10, GameStop $20, and Open $2 cash ticket puts, all expiring in 2027 to bring in cash. Sold 15 $10 Rivian cash ticket puts expiring November 15. Used to buy tickets to take my daughter to see the Nutcracker. There you go. Splair, by the way, good morning, y'all. I'm already listening for a while this morning. Welcome, Splair. Deep Value, I need to watch that play again. Nutcracker is a classic. Mr. Premium of the Option, happy Thursday. Time to fill our pockets. It is opening time right now. The bell should be ringing at any moment. Splair, by the way, I'm at 3 calls on my portfolio and 3 calls on my mom's portfolio. Now, rather sooner than later, my mom should hit 4 calls while I cash in to hit as well 4 calls. And then monthly, I'll add 1 and 2 more. So Splair is writing more calls all the time. Beach Boy, to diversify, just for diversification's sake. Why? I myself have diversified, not my portfolio, but hey, that's just me. Amy J, I am number 70 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you. Larry Titus has rung the bells. We are open. Splair, I will focus on 2 to 3 small caps below $5, 1 between 9 and 12 since for like the last year, 1 to 2 in the 20 range, and Rocket Lab SoFi as my hidden darlings for the future. Let's rock, says Splair. The man, Beach Boy, I want to diversify for 2 reasons. 1, to get a little more practice on managing more contracts at a time while the move differently, and 2, to help avoid an out of the blue left field event. Richard Garland, neat. There you go. Aaron Milan Vega, Bruce, hi. I still pop in from time to time. Much more busy these days with my business, so I can't watch every day. I have started writing cash secured puts now, thanks to your nudges and info. Hope you remember me. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Keep it going, my friend. Thank you for joining us today. All of you who are here from wherever you're watching us from. Appreciate you. We've just been open a couple of minutes now. We're just starting the day off here. We'll see what this market has in store for us today. Welcome one, welcome all to the party, pal. It's great to have you with us. Thank you. Just going to double check my machine here and get everything working properly. There we go. We've got the Dow down 205 to start the morning. We have Rocket Lab up 3 cents at 974. AI down 13 cents. GameStop at 21.30 down 19. SoFi is down 1 penny, 778. Nvidia's up 286 at 121.70. Got Matterport down a couple cents. SmartRent down 2. ME at 38.9 cents a share. Apple down 113. Tesla is down $1. Google off $1.05. Microsoft is ahead by 38 cents. We got Broadcom up 28. Netflix up down 6.77 on Netflix. Meta down $2. Amazon down 2.50. EI Lilly is up 4 cents. The spiders are down 110. The Qs are down 115 at the moment. Supermicro up 53 cents at 42.52. Uber up 8 cents. Adobe down 42. AMD up 2.43. Unity up 4. Enphase down 27. Spire's up a nickel to 9.68. Cisco's down a quarter. ATIP is up 23. Moderna down 96. Pfizer down 15 cents. IBM is up to 220, up 43 cents. HPQ down 8. Home Depot down 67. Vanik is up 138. Goldman down 388. Boeing down 74. Target down 94. JP Morgan down $1.43. Costco at 8.76, down 2.38. Walmart is down 15 cents. Disney down 30. American Airlines up a dime. DraftKings down 14 cents. AMC at 4.31, down 5 cents. Royal Caribbean down 85 cents at 1.74. Welcome all to the program. Good to have you all here. Nice to see you all. Giddy up. Aaron saying GameStop, SoFi, Rocket Lab to the moon, please. Giddy up, pal. I'm with you there. All right, there you have it. There's our story. I'm sticking to it. It's an interesting start of the day. We'll see how this market wants to react. The Dow's now down just 143, showing S&P down 4, make it 8.2, and NASDAQ down 23 points. Very quiet start on those two markets at the moment. Oil up 186 a barrel, 71.96 right now. All right. There it is. We'll see what's going on. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for 80 likes, thumbs ups on today's show so far. Approaching 100 very quickly today. Thank you for that. We are watching Rock Lab 966, 967, just down about 4 cents on the session. We're going to member-only commentary right now. Thank you, all of you who are subscribed here. Those of you who are Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members, and a special shout out to all of you who are Gold Bagel level members of this channel, the number one group of this channel. There are more Gold Bagel members than there are regular members. I thank you all so much for supporting this channel. We appreciate you. We're live from Zermatt in Switzerland, Jen and I, as we are relaxing here and just taking it easy for some of our late summer, early fall getaway. And it's all good out here. Hope it's all good wherever you are. We have 82 votes now, apparently, in the House for this poll question today. Thank you for answering the poll question. 84 thumbs ups are also now on the books. Thank you. 160 of you are watching, so there might be 80 more thumbs ups available if that's possible. On the poll question, the question is, I now write X amount of options, stock options, every month on average. 57% of you answering this question, 122 answers now, 122 poll answers. 57% say, I write less than 25 a month. 20% of you say, I write between 25 and 50 contracts every month. 10% of you say, I write between 50 and 100 contracts every month. And out of the 122 votes so far, 12% of you say, I write more than 100 contracts every month. Now, that's got to get one thinking, because I'm wondering, if you could make a profit of $1 a contract every time you write a contract, sell a contract for $3, buy it for $2, or you sell one for $2.25 and buy it for $1.20, sell one for $1.50, buy it back for 50 cents. I mean, whatever the ratio works like, if a bunch of you out there can get $1 a contract every time you write a contract, 123 of you have voted that you're writing 25, 0 to 25 up to 100 plus. Anyone doing more than 100 is making over 10,000 a month in profit. And therein lies the wonderful number that just excites me to no end. If between 42% of you are writing more than 25 contracts a month, 25 to infinity. Just writing 25 contracts, making $100 a contract per month, that is $2,500 in profits. And that's 42% of you out of 124. That is 50 people right there making more than $2,500 a month. Obviously, if the average is more like 50 contracts being written between all of you out there, then more than 5,000 a month is coming into your greedy little hands by being option writers. And I am proud of you about this, big time proud. This is exciting stuff. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Welcome all to the program from wherever you are watching us from. It's wonderful to have you here. And I just want you guys to get rich, 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 and rich. Splair, my target is for sure now to hit 25 calls in that $50 to $1 range per month at least. There you go, my friend. Thing is, once you start bringing in $2,500 a month, $3,000 a month in premiums into your greedy little hands out there, for a lot of you guys, this starts to make an impact. It might be that you're making $3,000 a month for your retirement account. You're not even putting in $3,000 a month into your retirement account. You are adding more value to your retirement account then you and your employer combined are contributing to your retirement account. This is a first big step. Once you break that barrier, you're putting in 500, your employer puts in 500, it's 1,000 a month going into your retirement account, but you're making 2 and 3 grand in premiums on top of that. Hey, you're adding 3 and 4,000 a month in value to your retirement account. That's 36 to 48,000 a year that your retirement account is growing by. Give it 5-10 years of this kind of growth and more, you are adding 300 to 700,000 to your retirement account in the next decade. Huge from age 40 to 50 or 45 to 55 or from age 53 to 63 to add $1 million into your account. Oh my God. Yeah, that's gonna change retirement. You're damn right. The sooner you start, the better. If any of you are in your 30s and you're already adding 30, 40, 50,000 a year to your sheltered retirement account now in your late 20s, early 30s, by the time you hit 55, 60, that number is going to be unrecognizable. It's going to be massive. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for you guys. You've only just started for the rest of your life to build this kind of wealth. Nicely done. Those of you who are making 2, 3, 4,000 a month outside of your retirement account, in your margin account, every once in a while, you might sit back and go, wait a minute, it's been 3 months, 4 months since I took a look at my account. I'm $20,000 richer than I was 4 months ago, 5 months ago. We have a car loan that's got $8,800 left to pay off on it. Why don't we just pay that off? It's $500 a month in payments. Let's get rid of it and lower our cost of living by $500 a month after tax. That's like $750 a month gross off of your butt. Not a bad move. What about knocking off 10 grand in credit card debt every 3 or 4 months? Taking a chunk of that off of your butt. That is a lot of money after tax as well. I tell you, things start to happen. After like a year or so, you go, I don't have a car loan. I don't owe any money on credit cards. I only got a student loan left, and I'm just paying $500 a month on that. Our cost of living has dropped by $1,000 a month, and we've increased our take by $4,000 or $5,000 a month. This is a swing to $6,000 a month in our direction. That's $72,000 a year. Writing options can make a difference. Oh, yes, it can. And I'm still not talking about you guys making any big money yet. You're just trying to get by. That's all we're talking about. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you, all of you, for being here. What else is going on here? Makisco, I wrote a 2350 cash secured put. Expires November 1 on ASTS with a 279 premium. Getting the hang of this thanks to Uncle Bruce and Discord. There you go. This is kind of nice. DM is saying, you know what, this rant you're on right now, this is specifically tailored to me. You talking to me, buddy. I'm getting it. It's coming right at me, right between the eyes. I hope so. If you start talking about gutters and home improvements, I'm going to get weirded out. There you go. I know some of you folks, you have made massive changes to your lives. I know for a fact. Our friend here at Credit Savage was telling us what, in the last 9 months, new refrigerator, new dishwasher, new microwave, new stove, all because of option writers. There are viewers here who've installed brand new furnaces and air conditioning units in their homes from option premiums. I know for a fact that some of my viewers, they've talked to me about the fact that they own 7,000 shares of GameStop and they never wrote options before. And the stock took a pop 3 months ago. They wrote $40 calls. They got $10 in premiums back then, and they hauled in $70,000. And they knocked off a $30,000 car loan, $30,000 in credit card payments, and are just going, I can't believe I haven't done this before. Like, this has always been available to me to be able to do this. The stock's at $22 a share, and those contracts are worthless. I don't have to buy them back. I can keep the 70 grand I got. This. Whoa. And when those expire, I'm going to write another 70 contract. Uncle Bruce, you are a life changer. Yeah, no question about it. Folks around here have helped people change their lives without any question whatsoever. Those of you who are writing credit spread trades, oh my God. If you have discovered the art to write $500 credit spread trades on NVIDIA, on Apple, on Microsoft, on SPY ETFs, on triple Qs, you're able to, with a $500 bill, to write a credit spread. You're writing 4 of them for $2 grand. You're writing 10 of them for $5,000. You're writing 100 of them with $50,000. Your life has completely been altered because you're now sitting there going, I've got leverage like I never thought I had. I could not believe Uncle Bruce, when he started talking about these credit spreads, that I could write credit spreads on a $120 stock like NVIDIA, a $400 stock like Microsoft. I've only got 10 grand, and I'm writing 20 credit spreads on NVIDIA at a $5 spread per trade. I didn't think 20 grand would give me a cup of coffee when it came to getting any money out of NVIDIA. And I am writing out of the money calls and puts that haven't got a hope in hell of getting into the money. They're so far out of the money. They have so few days to live. I am scoring a return after a return after a return. And there are folks here who are seeing 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20% returns per month on their capital. Look, if you can make 20% a month on 10 grand, that's $2,000 per month to you. For some of you, that's the difference between getting by paycheck to paycheck and getting by with an extra 2 G's to get rid of long-term debt that you have not been able to get rid of for the worst amount of time, and or get stuff done. 5 months, $2 grand a month, that is 10 grand to knock off car repairs, to knock off home repairs, to replace the couch, get a new television, put in a new recliner, take a vacation for you and your wife for $6,000, get new tires, whatever you needed to do but you couldn't do. 2 grand a month coming in here, and another 2 grand coming in there, and another 2 grand coming in there from credit spread writing. Game changer, complete game changer. But you got to take the first step, guys. I can only talk to you about it here on the air, and I can only say it so many times. Until you take the lessons, you're dead in the water. And so you can stay poor as long as you want, but I tell you, I don't know why you'd want to stay poor when you only go around one time and you can start making the kind of dough that percentage-wise billionaires are making. I mean, billionaires take 10, 15, 20% a month off the table and compound it if you can. Compound half of it if you can, but grow your wealth. Make your money work for you. It is willing and able to do so. Thank you all so much for your participation. Splair is saying, I definitely have to push now with my new full-time gig. $1,500 monthly before taxes, just enough for stagnation at 80 hours per month of work. Now I doubled my income, $3 grand before taxes. Still, I miss that free time that I had through my freelancing gig day trading and calls, it's definitely worth it to stay here. There you go. Well, like I say, hang out with this group, learn how it's done. I'll add throwing option premiums into 529s for kids. There you go. Throwing stuff to the kids. Well, whatever your objectives are, whatever your needs are, your capital needs can be somewhat addressed, completely addressed, more than completely addressed with learning how to take money from option gamblers. They're handing it to you. Take the dough from these people and say, thank you, sir. May I have another? I see the Dow off 347. It doesn't matter if you're an option writer. We're down 19 on S&P. We're down 10 on NASDAQ. These two markets are not participating with the Dow at all. The Dow's down 0.8%, S&P a third of a point, and NASDAQ down 5/100ths of a percentage point. We got nothing going on here. Rocket Lab 962 down 9 cents. So what? SoFi 782 up 3. It's the opposite here. Very interesting. GameStop down 15 cents. Hardly a bloodbath going on over there. Thank you. And so here we go. Thank you. Splair, you hang in there with your mom and dad. You take good care of those kids, and you build your wealth up right now and theirs as well. And keep us posted. Thank you all for joining us today and being here with us. Jen and I so appreciate you. Keep us posted on how you're doing. We'll keep an eye on this market and see what's going on out there. Thank you again for those of you who have hit that poll question for us. We're now over 138 respondents now. This is fantastic. Thank you for coming through for us and answering the poll question. Much appreciated. Thank you again to those of you who've been able to give us thumbs ups today. Appreciate that as well. And get richer out there, kids. Take the cash from these gamblers. Don't let them keep it for themselves. Don't let them just give it to institutions. Take your fair share as well. Enjoy shrinkage in your pocketbook. That's where you want it. Absolutely. Thank you again, all of you, for being here and hanging out with us. We're going to call it a day here as my voice is slowly giving it up. Trying to build my stamina back on this on these vocals bit by bit. Easier said than done. Thank you all. 94 thumbs ups, almost at 100. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. And again, on the poll question, thank you all for being part of that today. Very much appreciated. 139 votes. 58% of you are answering this poll question and are saying, I now write stock options every month on average. I write less than 25. 21% of you are saying I write between 25 and 50 a month. 9%, 50 to 100 contracts a month, and 12% of 139 voters. I'm writing more than 100 contracts a month, man. More than 100. That's about 16, 17 of you are writing more than 100 contracts a month, which is 25 or more a week. This is exciting stuff. This is showing progression here as the viewers of this channel are becoming more active on the option writing side of the equation. Thank you all for being here with us today. We'll catch you here tomorrow, Friday, Option Expiry Friday, and we'll see just how things are going for you at that point in time. Thank you, B Tizzle, for the knee emojis, and thank you all of you for joining us today. Have yourselves a great rest of your day. Get a bunch richer out there, and we'll keep an eye on the markets with you as well. Okay, everybody, all the best. We'll see you tomorrow. This is Bruce and Jen from Zermatt. Thanks as always. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye for now.